Ghosts.
Ghosts? Metal Gear?
I like the fog effect in this. Like this and the other graveyard scene. It adds some atmosphere to it.
Well, you say that, but like, if the fog were missing, then you'd be like, man, where's the fog? This doesn't seem like very graveyard-y. No, that's actually kind of an interesting point about graveyards in video games, is that they always have fog about them. You have never seen like just a clear day in a graveyard.
They exist. It's just that media likes to put them in spooky atmospheres.
I think Skyrim is a good example. The biggest graveyard is way down south in Falkreath, I think it's called. And it's always, like, as soon as you go there, it's just always raining. It's always foggy.
So Mae is asking, did you ever see my mom as a ghost? And I'm like, oh, what do I say here? Do I lie? Or do I tell her the truth?
You should probably tell her the truth. If you lie, then you might upset her.
Yeah, that's what I said. I figured. It's like, how would we see your mom? We don't even know what she looks like. Is she just a bigger alligator than you?
Well, I'm sure we've met Bee's mom. I distinctly remember saying at the beginning that Mae thought Bee's mom was a nice lady.
Yes, no, Mae has met her, but I'm saying we have not seen Bee's mom.
Oh, okay. We have not seen them then.
Yeah. Echoes. Yeah, that big alligator was probably her. She ate us. Echoes
was the worst of the 3 Metroid Prime games.
You take that back.
Well, I mean, it was the worst, but that's not like saying that it was a bad game. Like, think of it like on a score of 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. Echoes scored a 91, and the other 2 scored 95 and 97, something like that.
Well, Prime, I think we can agree the first one is the best.
Yes, I would agree with that, and I would say third is the second best. Echoes is held back mostly by its backtracking and its ammo system.
Aw. Mae's trying. She's like, your mom's too cool to hang out in haunted Headsville.
Locked out of what? Oh, the graveyard?
Yeah, well, the old section. Remember, because they said that the Little Joe graveyard, or grave, is in the old section of the cemetery? B makes a good point.
Yeah, B is right.
Which you're probably gonna do.
Well, it's not like Mae's gonna vandalize the graves. She's not going to rob them.
She's gonna just dig up the grave and be like, I'm taking the rings in here.
No, weren't we just here to just investigate?
Exactly. We're here to investigate. We're gonna do Mae's thing.
Parkour?
Pretty much. I mean, the gameplay aspect of Night in the Woods is simplistic as hell. You kind of just run left and right and jump.
Yeah, there's not much other than doing that and, like, making decisions. And sometimes the pickpocketing minigames.
Time to find a way in. Because B's not friggin' breaking open that gate.
Well, you fucked that one up.
No, I was like, can I talk to her while she's waiting for us? Like, very patiently just standing outside being like, Mae, go do your Mae thing, you know? When you're hanging out with your friends, what is your thing? Do your friends have a thing for each one of them?
Not in the same sense that Mae's thing is parkour and breaking and entering, if that's what you're going for.
But thou must. It's an escort mission.
I guess my thing... Actually, no, I'm not going to say. It's something that I've been trying to work on lately. It's not a good thing.
Oh, it's not a good thing, okay.
No.
Well, Mae's thing is not good either. I'd say my thing is I'm the talker of my group. I'm the one who's always like, gotta talk. I gotta make something happen, you know?
Gotta bust it open.
To break that gate open. I like how Mae immediately goes to that. Instead of saying something like, to get that gate open, or something like that. It's like, I have to break this gate. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna do the same thing we did in episode 1. Because the only thing I see it is gonna have to knock it down.
Alright then.
Hell yeah! Vandalism.
Well, okay, to be fair, she didn't vandalize the graves.
She just broke open a gate. And pretty much damaged it. Look at that. That thing is busted up.
Yep. The gate must have been due for repairs anyway. I mean, if a tree branch did that to solid metal.
Well, branches are heavy. That was a big branch.
The tree is dead.
I don't think it's dead. It's just winter, isn't it? Well, it's getting to winter time. I told you you're good at this. Yeah, man, you fell on it. Just broke your spine.
You know, all that jumping around can't be too good for her knees either.
It's the hero landing? Is that what Deadpool calls it? When you land with your one knee on the ground? That's Mae for you.
Okay, so tell me again about little Joe. He died in a
mining accident.
A mining accident, yeah. I was gonna say excavation or whatever.
Nah, it's just he's a miner. This whole town's identity is based around mining, so I'm not surprised.
Well, excavation is the same thing. It's just a fancier way of saying it.
Well, excavation just involves like removing the dirt. Mining is actually getting the goodies.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. And also, excavation is a better word. Better used for archaeologists.
Yeah. You gotta dig them up for good stuff.
Alright, now what? Little Joe.
Joe Shade is his real name. So, I guess he was destined to be a ghost with a name like that.
We got Ace Attorney going on here.
Yeah, really. It's like he's the murdered victim. Maya's gonna possess, or he's gonna possess Maya to be like, give testimony.
Just look around for the ghosts. What do you think ghost hunters do?
Yeah, really. They walk around spooky old houses, meters going, I'm getting a reading.
That is what they do.
There's a spirit here. There's a presence. Oh, that's nice, Bea.
I like this positive reinforcement that Bea is going on right now.
You had a tone. That's my biggest problem when I'm playing games with you. I get a tone on me.
Yep. Found some old stuff.
It could be worth a mint.
It's dirt. Dirt is old.
Graves are old.
Not always.
Wow.
Although, that's actually kind of a morbid way of putting it.
No, Bea.
Well, at least Bea is remaining positive for her friend.
Yeah. I mean, we did come up here with her to keep company with her mom. We kind of told embarrassing stories to the teens. Bea's like, hey, I'm actually having fun. This is something different from my day-to-day.
So as soon as Mae says this grave is for a horse, buried horses in people graves, what's a people in this game? And what's a horse?
An animal person. I think a horse is a horse. I mean, unless you have a horse that looks like a cat. It's like, yeah.
I mean, this friggin'... It's just another weird consequence of this art direction. Like, we have feral cats roaming all around Possum Springs. And it's like, she's a cat, and there are alligators.
To quote you, don't worry about it. Just go with it.
It's just, you know, for a game with as much polish as we said recently that this game does have, you know, it's kind of a missed opportunity. Rather than say this grave was for a horse, then try and say this grave is for a pet or for, I don't know. just another person, I guess. Like, don't bring up animals at all. But then again, they would be missing out on the opportunity of making Mae the rat queen and having feral cats roam around the city. So, you know what? Yeah, just don't worry about it, I guess.
This is stupid.
Now she's getting it. You're stupid.
It's not a zombie movie, Mae.
What was she expecting?
Something, I guess. Like she said.
No, yeah.
This is stupid. No response. Just, this is stupid. Like a little bratty kid.
I'm gonna smash your shit up. That's what you came here explicitly not to do.
And I remember earlier you were saying, we're not here to vandalize anything. I just held my breath. I'm like, I'm not gonna say shit.
Yeah, I know. I like, this makes me feel bad now. I don't want Mae to do this, and now she's probably gonna do it. Well, now you're gonna have to make her do it. Why is she doing this?
Because she needs to see little Joe.
I'm sad now.
Well, let's be fair. She hasn't done anything yet. I'm actually just roaming around to see if there's anything else we can explore out of the main story. But after this last bit of like exploration here, I'm like, you know what? No, it's all very no Easter eggs to be found out here. You know? We just gotta go vandalize shit.
And that's her legs. Well.
We're gonna pull a link. We're gonna pull the grave backwards and reveal a secret entrance.
Oh wait, we were talking about potholes earlier.
Sinkholes,
this
actually.
Is gonna be good. Sinkholes, yeah. Alright. Well, okay then.
We jumped on the grave.
Cause the ground.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, cause the ground to cave in.
We pressed A and then pressed Z. We did ground pound.
About the sinkholes.
The goddamn sinkholes.
What causes a sinkhole?
Pretty sure it's like flooding and whatever. It's like it just weakens the ground and all. This is a mining town, right? So they probably weakened all the foundations and marshland, you know? It's a coffin.
Why would you do that?
Because you said no grave robbing at the beginning of this episode, and I'm like, oh fucking yeah, we're gonna open a coffin, dude.
Come on. Man. Actually, there's a pretty good chance that the corpse is not there at all.
We just get bones spilling out.
Not even that, that's probably eroded away too.
And bones last for a long time. They found
Actually, yeah,
old ass bones in Morocco recently, and it's like, hey, this is older than the older bones we found in like Central Africa.
Yeah. So we're thinking that the cradle of humanity might be in Europe now.
I thought it was just more the cradle of humanity is like all over Africa kind of thing instead of just Central. Let's do this.
The point is, it's no longer in Africa. At what point would B be considered a accessory to this vandalization, or this vandalizing, or whatever that word is?
This vandalism.
Vandalism. There you go.
I believe the moment that
tired.
a crime is committed, when they broke open the door and then just went in, and now the moment the grave is opened, I like the little touch here that Mae is just scared to death, and she's like, "Oh God."
I mean, she doesn't have to do it. Spooky.
Ah! A skull.
So what, foul play?
That's another Ace Attorney name. My name is Fowl's Play.
But it's spelled really weird, like Fowel.
No, like Fawles.
No, PH.
Fowls play. Phoenix play. We're grave robbers. No, you haven't robbed anything. You just vandalized.
And play is spelled Plaigh.
We're a lot of things right now. Yeah, criminals being one of them.
She's a kitty. Well, she is. Is there? I don't see anyone.
Probably behind a tree or something.
You can tell it's tense because you and I aren't talking.
It's him.
We're getting to the interesting, plot-heavy developments of Night in the Woods. Like everything else, not including the kidnapping, the severed arm. It's all been like relationship building, character building. Not a lot of it's involved the plot. Oh, there he is. Okay, well, they didn't even make it halfway to their car.
Well, they had just to get out of the prohibited section because it's like, let's just be in the legal area. You know, just like in San Andreas, you just get away from the cops enough and be like, hey, I'm cool, man. I'm out of this line of sight. He was there! The ghost was there!
How do you know the ghost is a dude? Well, you saw the ghost for real. So you at least acknowledge that the ghost was there. Whether or not the ghost identifies as either gender, or more genders, whatever. It's 2017.
First a hunter, then a groundskeeper.
How do you know the groundskeeper is a dude? Yeah, we'll take that. Exactly.
Nobody will believe you, Mae.
What makes her believe it's a ghost? I'm pretty sure I've asked that. Well, that's weird.
Mae's getting the bends.
You think this is God's fault?
No, I think it's friggin' the ghost's fault.
I think it might have been the coffin's fault.
Just the vapors coming out and just fuming all over her.
Well, I mean, like, dead flesh used to be in there. That's gotta be not healthy to breathe in once you crack that shit open.
Mae doesn't look too good.
No, she doesn't. Well. She needs to talk to everyone tonight. Oh, so we're getting to the heat of the game now, I would imagine. Everyone. And we're gonna talk to them tonight in the woods. Get it? Do you see what I did?
I saw what you did.
Okay, thank you.
I need everyone.
Everyone. In the woods.
I guess this means we're not going to the house society.
In the woods. Tonight. Right now. In the woods. Tonight.